Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Adventure Series for Dinosaurs Episode 2. And now I've just watched The Lost World Jurassic Park. This is the second Jurassic Park movie that ever came out. And I've said this on the channel before, but fun fact, it's the very first movie I ever seen in my life. I don't remember the circumstances very much, but I just remember, just vague, foggy memories of just kind of sitting down at a couch wherever it was and just this TV turning on, and sooner or later Jurassic Park The Lost World came on, and obviously, as you can tell, it played a heavy inspiration to what some of my passions became as I grew up, and my take on movies, and my take on just interests in general, as you can see. And yeah, so that's a big influential thing. And this was another movie. It was part of the whole package when I would watch all the Jurassic Park movies as a kid. And then when I had as I mentioned in the Jurassic Park review, when I had the rephase of watching all the Jurassic Park movies as a teen and becoming very interested in the technical achievement behind the matter. And so I always really liked the movie then, and then rewatching the movie now, I still really like it. It's second to best from Jurassic Park. It's not as good as Jurassic Park, but I do really enjoy this movie. It's a toss up of two characters. I like Ian Malcolm's character in this one. I think I might like his character a little bit better in the first one, but still I like his character in this one. But Roland Tembo as and Robert Muldoon. It's a toss-up. I don't know. I mean, I know they're bad characters. Well, Robert Muldoon isn't really a bad character, but I know they're kind of like villain-esque characters in the show. But I don't know. It's hard to decide which one I like more. But I really like Roland Tembo. He's a really good acting performance and just a super cool character for that kind of a movie anyway. And this movie has some really creepy scenes. Like it's a lot of it's just lost on Isla Sorna in the jungle, and there's some really, really creepy moments and some really spooky kind of moments, and there's actually some, and not the scariest, but there's some of the scariest moments in the whole franchise in this movie, and you'll find out in the next review what I'm going to talk about as far as the horror-based stuff of Jurassic Park goes. But no, this one definitely has a lot of horror-based elements to it. Some really, really creepy moments, and some moments that really pop out at you if you're a kid watching it. And yeah, I like the idea. Like I don't get with people when they say that they're wanting. I mean, it's interesting that in the new ones they're taking dinosaurs to the mainland and all that, and they're doing some different interesting things. But when I see the Jurassic Park community reviewing the movies and talking about the movies, and a lot of them tend to say that they are sick of seeing dinosaurs in the jungle and they want to go see dinosaurs in other places. I don't really get that. It's like, what gets old about dinosaurs in the jungle? Like, what's so wrong with a group of people, for whatever reason they happen to be there, being lost in the jungle, hiding and running away and dealing with dinosaurs? Like, that's just kind of a trope that never gets old, in my opinion. But anyway, this movie, I really particularly like that idea. And like, there's just so many pop-out scenes that are creepy, like the tent scene. Not so much the scene with like when the head goes into the tent, that's pretty creepy, but just when the footsteps are coming and people are sleeping and Ian Malcolm's up and he can see the water rippling like that, but in the puddle like that, it's super creepy. And when Roland Tembo and his partner sneak up on the Rex, on the T-Rex, on the baby T-Rex nest, and they know that the adult's coming, but they don't know exactly when. That's a scary one. When the guy just hears breathing and he walks up and then he realizes that the T-Rex held captive in the cage thing that they put it in, but he just hears the breathing first and he doesn't quite know what it is. It's creepy. There's several moments like that in the movie. Oh yeah, when they're up in the high hide, they just see the trees moving and the big thumps coming. That's another one. When the two faces of the T-Rex come up on the side of the trailer, that's a creepy one. And the only flaw, there's not that much flaws in this movie. Again, it's a pretty perfect movie, and I love the city part too. Some people complain that it wasn't long enough, or that it was just kind of tossed out of place because it took place mainly in the jungle, and then all of a sudden it's in the city. But no, I think if they are going to bring the dinosaurs to the city, I loved the city sequence in this movie. I think that they could bring, if they did something more like in the Lost World, where it was mainly in the jungle, but just little glimpses, just like little bits of the story take place in the city, like that. I really thought that was creative, and I admired that. But one flaw I will say about the movie is you can feel the runtime. I mean, you can feel the runtime in the first one too, but I guess it's just more grounded. In this one, you can definitely feel the runtime a little more, like it is a bit of a long watch. But that's about the only flaw. I mean, it does actually, it works perfectly for what it is, for the story they have to tell. It works perfectly. It's not that the runtime is one thing that you notice, but it's really not something that distracts you too much from the movie. So yeah, again, I'm going to give this movie an A+. As far as grading, I'm also going to give the Lost World Jurassic Park, so Jurassic Park 2, an A+, as it is still a perfect movie and is still a very important movie in the Jurassic Park franchise. So that is Adventure Series for Dinosaurs, episode number 2, the Lost World Jurassic Park movie review. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and hope to see you in the next Adventure Series.